Hello everybody, Intuition here. Thank you as always for making time and space for us. Today we would like to discuss magic and miracles, and how to be your own spellcaster, how to be your own magician in your life, how to be your own miracle worker, and how they are all really just one and the same. However, in order for you to be successful in being able to cast spells and enchantments, you must understand a foundational understanding. Because up until this point, what it is that you've been taught about magic before the understanding and dissemination of the idea that magic is not real, it is the idea that if you are able to perform magic, what it is that you are doing is you are casting your energy onto something, and then that something will submit to your will based off of you casting your energy upon it and telling it what it is that you want it to do. And that would work if we lived in a world that literally had no magic. But everything that you see, everything in front of you, everything that you're perceiving with your eye, literally has an enchantment, a spell cast over it that makes it look in the way that it is appearing to you. Because nothing, literally, is as it appears, because everything is an illusion. So if everything is an illusion, that means that there is a magical spell already cast upon all the things in which you see. So then, therefore, you cannot just simply cast your own spell upon it, and then that breaks the original enchantment that is on it and lifts the illusion. So you would have to change your foundational framework for it to fit the understanding that everything in which you see is an illusion. So then, therefore, it is not the idea that you are casting your energy upon something and then that thing submits to your will. It is the foundational understanding that whatever it is that you want to cast a spell on already has a spell on it. So in order for you to be successful in you having that object do whatever it is that you wish, you first have to break the original enchantment that is on it in order for it to do anything. And in order for you to do that, you must understand that everything, again, in which you see is an illusion. And if you want to get scientific or intellectual about it, everything in which you see is energy. The thing in which you understand as a table is not really a table. It simply looks like it's a table because that is the only energy that that object could not absorb. And then, therefore, it is a table, but it is literally anything but a table. So the first thing in which you'd have to understand in order to cast a spell, perform a miracle, is understanding that if I want this table to levitate, for example, the first thing I must understand is that that is not a table. It is literally everything but a table. And if it is literally everything but a table, then I must see it as exactly what it is, which is not a table. It is a cluster of energy. And the only reason why that energy is projecting a table is because, again, that was the only thing that that energy could not absorb, and then therefore it became a table. So the first thing is seeing that object for what it is and reversing the spell that is already casted upon it by seeing that it is not a table. That is the first reversal of the spell, of the enchantment. Ah, yes, I want to levitate that table. So the first thing is to see that it's not a table. It is everything. And so now that I see it as everything, as the natural energy that exists beyond a table, because it is not a table, I am able to not cast a spell, but retract the enchantment that was on the table, making it a table, and running that spell back into my energy, which neutralizes the illusion that it was a table to begin with. And by doing that, by reversing the spell that was already on it and allowing yourself to absorb the original enchantment that was placed over it, by running that through your energy, then you are able to allow whatever it is that you want to occur to that object, because on some level you are returning that object that was once a table back to factory settings, which means that you could do anything to it. Because you've literally just pulled apart the density that was making it appear to be a table. And by pulling it apart, you allowed it to return back to what it was. And thus then, therefore, you could allow it to levitate because it is no longer really a table. It is just a cluster of energy that is appearing, acting, looking like, projecting a table. You could turn that table into a frog because it is a frog. Or a tree because it is a tree. Because as we stated before, the table is everything but a table. It is literally just the enchantment that has projected it into a table, because that energy, because the table is the only thing that the energy was not able to absorb, so then therefore it becomes a table. But again, by me casting a spell on it, and that spell is retracting the original enchantment that was on it, I'm allowing that object to return to whatever it is that it wishes to be based off of what it is that my vision for it can match. And so when you understand that basic understanding, that everything is an illusion, and so then therefore everything already has a spell on it, and so I cannot cast my own spell before breaking the enchantment that makes everything look the way it is appearing in front of me. If I don't understand that, then I won't be able to cast any spells or perform any miracles. This is the basic foundational understanding that Jesus was able to come into consciousness of, which allowed Jesus to perform any miracle in which he wished. Because Jesus understood that everything is an illusion here, that then therefore everything has an enchantment over it. And thus, if everything has an enchantment over it, the first step is simply retracting the original enchantment that was on it, so that you could procure whatever it is that you would like to see happen. And so, we provide this information so that potentially you could start coming into reality with regards to what is naturally occurring around you, because we could assure you that the things that you are looking at right in front of you aren't really what it is that you think it is. And once you start seeing that everything around you is an illusion and that you can manipulate it, as long as you keep that in mind, you could truly start living the life and making manifest anything in which you wish. In the very least, it is just a little food for thought. As always, we wish you well in your spells and enchantments and miracles. And we are full of gratitude for you making time and space for us.